Again, just hasn't done anything really different. He's still just kind of putting his head down, trying to come forward, but that's not going to get the job done. And it's making the fight easy for Francis, as now he's just teeing off. Huge right hand. Oh. You called it, Raul. You said it.
I was waiting for that. Got it. Go ahead.
And that is it. Carrera could not continue. A body shot really put him away. And Raul might as well start calling you Nostradamus.
Hey. I know boxing, man. I know boxing.
James Hunt for the untouchable True School Sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm really excited to get to this video because, you know, when I get the chance, when I get the opportunity to talk about, you know, the fighters from South Florida, my South Florida fighters, you know, I get really excited because you guys know I love being from South Florida, like the Tri-County area, Boca Raton, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade County, Dania Beach, Miami, North Miami, Homestead, Sunrise, all that, just the whole South Florida, right? And in this video right here, we're going to talk about one of the fighters from South Florida that I'm a big fan of, been following him and covering his career here for years. And sometimes I had to actually remind myself of how old he actually is because I've known him for so long. And I met him when he was really, really young. And that's none other than Dominique Trap Francis. Yes, Mr. Nah. He fought this weekend on it was kind of an obscure card. He fought on one of these Gabe Flores promotions cards. So for those of you who don't know, Gabe Flores, the former top-ranked fighter that got knocked out by Bernardo Lopez and was an amateur standout, you know, they cut him, and then he started his own promotional company, and they've been doing shows out there in Stockton, California. And one of the fighters that was on the undercard in the co-main event actually was Dominique Trap Francis. And what made this fight so interesting was the fact that Dominique, who has been campaigning at featherweight, who's actually ranked number 12 by the WBA at featherweight, he's not going to be there anymore. He's now decided to move up. He's now at 130, and this was his 130 debut. And I gotta say, you know, from what I've seen, looked pretty good. Looked actually like his frame, his body. He looked like a more mature fighter. He looked like more like a man in terms of his physique, because, you know, when I watched some of his fights at featherweight, the last couple ones he had, and it looked like the weight was getting hard for him. He looked like he was growing out of the weight, in that he looked a little frail. He didn't look like the explosive, fast fighter that I seen in the gym with the hand speed and things. He looked a little like he was lacking some things. And I think it's a good move for him to go to 30. He fought a Mexican fighter who coming into the fight was 18-0, named Julio Carrera. Julio Carrera, you know, domestic little Mexican fighter, hadn't really fought anybody to really speak of. Fought a lot of upside down records in Mexico. But, you know, 14 knockouts in 19 fights, you know, that's nothing to scoff at. You know, can punch. At the minimum, we know he could punch a little bit, right? So Trap did a good job, stopped him in 4 rounds. You know, he showed that he could commit to the body. He looked sharper. He looked more explosive. And I think this is going to be a good weight class for him. I think he's found his weight class. I know it's his first fight, and he fought a guy that, for all intents and purposes, even though the record looks good, probably isn't the best fighter in the world or anything close to elite. But I thought Trap looked good in this fight. I thought, physically speaking, he looked all right. And I'm looking forward to him making a run at 130. You know, 130 is a weight class right now that I think it's not the best weight class right now. There's good fighters in the weight class, but like when you look at the weight class, there's not one clear-cut guy. I think some of these belts are going to go vacant here soon. So I like his chances to get into the top 15 and make some noise, because he was number 12 at 126. So I'm pretty sure the WBA will look at his ranking at featherweight, and he'll get ranked highly at 126 here or at 130 very shortly. Maybe not in the top 10 or 15, but maybe in the top 20, maybe in the lower part of the top, maybe like 15. He's going to get ranked pretty highly. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. He's 23 years old, which is crazy to me because I met Trap in 2019, and when he was like 18 years old, he was 2-0. I met him, and the first interview me and him did, he was 2-0. Now, when you look at his career, Dominique Francis is 16-0. So I've been knowing him for 14 fights in his career, and he's still so young. His body is still physically maturing, and I think this is going to be a good weight class for him. There will be some good fights here for him in the future. You know, like at 130, just some guys that I know that I think will be there by the time he, you know, Raymond Ford's up there. You got Otar Aranosian. You got, you know, all kinds of fighters. I think Bruce Carrington probably be up there in a couple of years, you know, by the time he's in the top 15. So I can't predict the future. I don't know who his big fight will be, but I think he's going to be involved in some big fights at 130 down the road. I think this is going to be a good weight class for him. And I think, you know, and I've had this question for a lot of years, you know, I think in the next year or so, you should expect to see Dominique Francis sign with a major promoter. So I don't know if that's going to be Matchroom. I don't know if it's going to be Top Rank. I don't know if it's going to be PBC or, you know, Golden Boy or whoever, but or even Pro Box. But I think Dominique Francis does wind up signing with a major promoter in the next year, 12 to 18 months, because now he's been professional long enough. He's got a good record on paper. He's got a vibrant personality. He talks a lot. He's from South Florida. Like, there's a lot of positives for him that he has going for him. And I just think that they've taken their time with him because, you know, he didn't get the most investment in his career early on. Like, he didn't get like Top Rank or any of these people with him early on. So I think that time is coming to where you guys, the boxing fans, are gonna know that name really soon. Beyond just True School Sports content and interviews, you're going to know that name because he's going to be fighting on major platforms and big fights. So good stoppage win for him over the weekend. A really welcome addition to the 130 weight class. And yeah, shout out Dominique Francis, South Florida stand up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canastota, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.